Howard Stern Show.
To me, the big moment in your career where you become like not just a guy going in auditions, you get the role of G.I. Joe. Now, yeah, why do you laugh when I say that?
I gotta laugh. I don't know.
Because that film makes fucking hundreds of millions of dollars, right?
I know.
Did you, when you read the script?
What, you sound embarrassed.
Yeah, look, I'll be honest. I fucking hate that movie.
You do? Why do you hate that movie?
I hate that movie. So I was pushed into doing that movie. So from a movie that from Coach Carter, I actually they signed me for a 3-picture deal, and
because Coach Carter, you got good reviews, right? Yeah.
I mean, I don't think they were really reviewing me so much as they were, Sam Jackson is the whole movie. I was just like the token white kid in the movie, and so I'm sitting there, and they give you the contract, and they go 3-picture deal. Here you go. And as a you're like, oh my God, yeah, that sounds amazing. I'm doing that.
And they pay you something up front, right?
Yeah. And then so even the options go from X amount of money to there's like $60,000 to like $80,000 to like $100,000. I'm like, oh my God, that's so much money.
I can live on that
like forever. Just
no more stripping.
Even if I just get one other of those movies, I'm good.
Right.
And then so time goes by, and you get other jobs, and you're building your quote, and things happen, and then you start to you have like a dream job that you want to go do, and the studio calls up, and they're like, hey, we got a movie for you. We're gonna send it to you, and they send it to you, and it was right during the writer's strike, and it's G.I. Joe, and I'm like, look, G.I. Joe, I love G.I. Joe. Can I play Snake Eyes? And they're like, no, I'm not playing Snake Eyes. You're playing Duke. And I'm like,
you're G.I. Joe, dude. Yeah, right.
I was like,
and most people would be thrilled because you're the lead guy. You're G.I. Joe, Rise of the Cobra.
Yeah, the script wasn't any good, and I was like, I don't want to do something that I'm a fan of since I was a kid. I watched it every morning, growing up, and I didn't want to do something that I thought was, one, bad, and two, I just didn't know if I want to be G.I. Joe.
Were you aware at the time that the original script was attached to Mark Wahlberg? And,
I didn't know that.
Yes, and Wahlberg was considered too old for the role by the time because he couldn't. It was G.I. Joe an origin kind of thing. So so you didn't know that?
No, I had no idea.
Yeah, that was the original intent, and so Wahlberg was just too old, so they had to find a young actor to do it, and they found you.
Maybe I should have done my Wahlberg impression for the whole movie. The movie might have been better. My acting might have been better too.
You know what? I've seen that movie. I love that movie.
Oh, sweet.
See, I love action films. I don't need them to be the best script.
Right.
I love just like war pics and over the top war movies and almost like cartoon action.
Yeah, and look, you're right. I could have been given some really, I don't know, Scream 5 or something that I would have been like, I don't know if I want to do this. And I'm super lucky and blessed to have been given that film. That was really not all that bad.
But do you have no option to say,
no
hey,
option?
In other words,
you're doing this. You're doing this, or we're going to sue you.
Right. Yeah, because we've given you money and we want and you agreed to this.
Yes, exactly.
Was it a shock to you then that G.I. Joe grossed $302 million?
A little.
It was, right?
Yeah.
Because you were embarrassed. You were like, I don't like this film. And then the thing comes out and makes a fucking bloody fortune.
Yeah.
And then does your phone start ringing off the hook with now we got to have you?
No, not exactly. Because not from the you get another G.I. Joe script, because that's what you get.
And now you're G.I. Joe.
Yeah, or you just get another action movie or something, which isn't